everyone, thanks for reading my article this month in Shutter Magazine. This month I talk about the art of the behind the scenes imagery and video. So let's dive right in. I want to talk about the client experience and using behind the scenes to take your client experience to that next level. So we did a senior shoot a couple months ago, and I was taking behind the scenes pictures of Sal shooting the girl. And the shots that I did get, she happened to end up buying and loving, but providing images like this for the client, you tag Sal in it, they follow Sal, they see these, it gets them hyped to come in and see their pictures to see the final image. And then, they're sitting in the preview and the image comes up and they're like, oh my God, I saw that one on Facebook. I love it. So you take something like this and then they've got that to go with it. And they're freaking out about that. And then not only that, so let's take this image, for example. This one was shot, it was on their property, not their property, I'm sorry. She was a horseback rider, obviously. And there was this like abandoned house right there. And I remember I was talking with her mom while Sal was shooting her just a couple feet away. And she's like, you guys should try to do something cool at this house. And I'm like, yeah, I could totally see it. I bring Sal over. And I mean, he did a split second look into, and he's like, yes, he saw this vision of this image. This photo, this final image, ended up being one of their all-time favorite pictures of their daughter ever. And it's sweet, it's subtle, and it's unlike, to me, for us, it's unlike any other senior image you'll see out there. Another one, we're there for her horses specifically, and getting that horse to pose was just like, I just happened to get this image. You can see the horse's foot in there, the leg popped and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. But again, they love this one. The horse did not cooperate, actually. So when you're looking at stuff like this, the images at least, you're seeing, you're seeing the final image or the shot you happen to capture in that moment. But these kind of images spark that memory for the client, and they're able to look back on that and laugh and like, oh my God, I can't believe you actually got that shot because it was hell trying to get that horse to cooperate. Another one that we've done that I'll talk about is we had a wedding client meet us in Paris while we were on that Europe trip. And so not only will they have the images, but again, it's the memories tied to it. So something like this, we're in Paris. This was right at the Louvre. And if you go around the corner to the right, there was this restaurant, and then the Louvre was insanely crowded that day. Their hotel was right there. I remember Sal and I scouted a little bit before we met them at their hotel, and they really wanted an iconic shot at the Louvre. So we're like, okay, let's check it out. We walked up to it, and it was like, there were so many people. I've never seen that many people in one place at one time in my entire life. So we're like, okay. So we wanted to show the client that, just to be like, hey, we're going to come back later in the day and try for this shot, but we just want to show you how insane it is so you understand why we're choosing to do this. So on the way back from showing them the chaos, Sal's like, hang on a second. We popped into this little nook, and I mean, they ended up getting a ton of these pictures. They're just the romance of everything. So it's just cool to see the before, I'm sorry, not the before, the behind the scenes to the final, again, with the memories tied to the image. So something else that's important is you can entertain with your behind the scenes images, but you still want to educate a little bit. So what I like to do is show the light setup, because what I've found with the professional side of the industry is so often people will post their final images, and then the questions that continue to pop up: how'd you get that? What lighting did you use? How did you have her pose like that? What camera did you use? So it's cool to just get that out of the way, show what you did, and then show the final with it. I don't have the final on this one because Sal hasn't actually even culled through any of our images from that trip, so maybe one day. Another one, this is a recent shoot for the Thenis family that we did a couple days ago. So this is interesting, and this happens sometimes. I'm really excited when I get it, but what I'll do is I'll stand behind Sal when he's got some kind of light form set up that I don't need to be holding, and he'll be shooting, and I'll just start rapid fire popping them off just so I can hopefully get this one shot where the light's going off. So I think it adds a nice little pop to things. So another thing I want to talk about, I think with behind the scenes, it's really important to show the lighter side of your team, your dynamic as a team. It creates a level of like personability, I think is the right word. So people can kind of get to know you, especially clients. They can kind of see how you guys work together, see that you're having fun all the time. People want to be around fun people. So I've got this shot. This is actually from a wedding. This is the baby of a client. Okay, so the baby belongs to a husband and wife. We shot their wedding. This image is from her sister's wedding. So they were sharing this. It was hilarious to all of them. Yeah, Sal and babies, that is hilarious. So, but something like this. Okay, so today on this Sal Sincata shoot, we climbed mountains.
Mountains.
Taylor went really gay at the top of the mountain.
Super gay.
Sal fell on rocks.
Never happened.
Lots of cuss words.
Mm-mm.
Soon to be lots of beer.
Guinness. That's what all the Irish people drink.
Look at these guys. Oh. Ah.
Amateurs.
You guys got it. You're doing great. So something like that, I think it's pretty cool to show that side of it because you're able to show like all the cool places you're shooting, you're building your portfolio, you're having fun. It's not always serious, and it's always a good time. Another thing like this, you're in this amazing location in Iceland, and something Taylor's notorious for is being told multiple times that the camera's rolling and to not stand in front of it, and yet somehow she always manages to do something dumb in front of it and then is completely shocked when she gets called out. So check this out. You know what's up? Taylor, that's rolling. Yeah, just a little entertainment. So something else I like to do with our workshops is show behind the scenes video of like, especially images that you capture of the subject in motion. So something like this was really cool. Because this shows exactly what we were having them do to get to this shot. And this shot, I mean, we use it in ads, we use it on our Facebook page, as you see here. I mean, this one, obviously, he didn't use the one of them running, which I'm surprised he didn't because that's a great image. But this still shows the location, shows there was no light for that one. So another thing with the workshops that I like to do is capture video of the attendees showing how much fun we do have on these workshops. Now I am
crushing shit. Not Donnie, though. He got crushed by shit. He got filthy.
Donnie's so dirty.
So
here we go. Go for it again, John.
Always having a good time. And this image is used in a lot of ads as well. So there's that. Another thing I like to show is, of course, Sophia and Sal. And it's like a sweet side to Sal, I guess. And then this like beautiful, beautiful child that you just can't get enough of. But look how I'm getting this. It's about showcasing the subjects more, I think, than showcasing Sal. I like to get shots. I didn't get it in this one, but I like to get shots where I'm standing behind him and maybe the image had just popped up on his camera. So like the subject in front of him, you're seeing from his point of view, the subject is in focus, but you're also getting the back of his camera and you're also getting him in action. It's just this threefold layered image. It's really cool. I think it's a cool aspect of behind the scenes. So something like this, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This type of video I like to post as well because it shows, you get these images and you're like, oh my God, you have the perfect subject, the perfect location, the perfect this, when reality is not everything goes the way it should. So getting Sophia to run on cue, getting her to focus when she's getting attacked by water, it wasn't the easiest task, of course. Best time of her life, but...
Hey, come this way.
But of course, something like that, you're getting this genuine emotion out of her. So again, haven't seen these images yet, but I'm sure he got an amazing shot from that one.
You director again?
So I'm going to pause that real quick. I don't know if you heard, but I'll play it again. Listen closely in the beginning when I say, can you direct her again? This is something I'm constantly doing with Sal. Like, hey, you just did something awesome. I want to get that on video now. Can you direct her again? Just getting him, it's okay to, you don't always have to be that smooth ninja in the background. Just, you can control your photographer to get them to help you get the shots you want to show. So let me turn this down.
You director again?
Looking at me. Looking at me. There you go. Good job. Let that other hand drop down. Look. Hey, this one, yeah. Good job.
I mean, honestly, could not have gotten a better model. But last thing I want to talk about is making sure your people always look good. That is so important, and one of my biggest pet peeves when I see people posting images of their people and they choose unflattering angles, or they're like capturing pictures where they're talking mid-sentence, their mouth is wide open, mid-blink. Like, why would you do that to your people? You wouldn't want pictures like that posted of you, so why would you do it to your people? So something I like to do, especially with eating, it's easy to stop the person and be like, hey, I'm about to take a picture. Don't shove your mouth full of cheesecake. So yeah, her mouth was full, but she wasn't mid-bite. And it's a cool shot. You know, we're eating cheesecake. You want to show that off. Another thing is, I will actually, you know, if there's a shot that I want to showcase, like this one, we were on the plane and I took one before and I was like, whoa, Sal, you need to turtle. So I'll tell him that. I'm like, I'm taking a picture. And of course, he listens. Again, controlling your destiny. You want to show a cool shot, be able to put it online without offending the person that's in it. Something else I like to do for Sal, because he refuses to get in front of the camera. You know, we travel the world and he's constantly taking pictures of other people. So I like to get unique shots of him in his element. So anyway, I hope this helps a little bit more understanding like the art of behind the scenes and appreciating the art of it, I guess. So hope you guys have a great end of year and a killer 2016. I'll talk to you guys next month.